Right. Hello everybody, welcome back. We are going to continue our encounters today. Might go to 1500, might only do like 300 or so encounters today. But, you know, we'll see how many we want to do. We will see how many encounters we want to do. Might do the 500, it just depends how quickly we can actually do encounters today. Hello, Spiro. Playing the same game, Noah? Nice. Let's hope we find our first shiny soon. Like, first shiny in this area. If it's Spiro, that's fine, because that means the target's over and done with, but I do want Spiro, Sandshrew. Trying to level up my Magikarp with the Gary battle. Ah. I think most of the, like, national dex Pokemon I'm going to transfer into this game anyway. Yeah, I'm playing LeafGreen. Oh, you're playing Red? Oh, you're playing, like, original? Are you playing Fire Red? Or you're playing OG Red? Oh, you're playing Fire Red. Nice. Yeah, I'm on Switch as well. I hope they bring all the rest of the GameCube games, like Game Boy games, onto, like, all the Pokemon ones onto here. I would love to see, like, Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I think that's the next to come to the Switch anyway, is Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Makes sense. Just do all the Gen 3 games and then slowly do the Gen 1 and 2 games, like, after Winds and Waves, or before Winds and Waves releases. Just gives more stuff to do, like, Pokemon-wise, while we wait. So what's the version exclusive for Fire Red? Yours is Sandshrew, what's mine? What's Sandshrew's exclusive? Because I know Bellsprout and Oddish are version exclusives. Vulpix and Growlithe are different. I have Vulpix, whereas Fire Red has Growlithe. I think with Sandshrew... Oh, it's Ekans. Sandshrew is Ekans. Boring. Ekans is pretty cool. I like Sandshrew more, but Ekans is pretty cool. And then I know Cypher and Pinsir. So Fire Red has Cypher, whereas I think I have Pinsir. And then I know Staryu is exclusive to LeafGreen. I don't know what Staryu's version exclusive is. I have both games, Noah. I have both games. So if I want to use like Growlithe and stuff, I could hunt in Fire Red and get myself Growlithe to put on. But I just decided LeafGreen is the superior version with certain Pokemon that I want, especially for my dream team. Plus, I want to catch a Staryu later because it will help do encounters faster. So I can at least, like, go for Growlithe and stuff, like, a lot quicker in both games if I want to shiny hunt. Or in the older games. But I think I'm going to use it more when we get into, like, Emerald, because we could trade with Emerald. Question, do you trade over the Pokemon from each game? Yes. I have 2 switches, so I'm able to trade with myself. What's up, Headstar? Can I press A, please? Game. You're gonna go to the Pokemon thingy? What thing? What thing, Hamster? If you're talking about Japan, I've already been. I've done everything. Everything I can do, at least for my first trip. There's more stuff to do when I next go. At the moment, I'm in the middle of editing some of like the Pokepark Kanto stuff, just so I can upload it as shorts. Like, upload some of the good things. Oh, the Pokemon card thing in Norwich? Probably not. I will be doing pack openings and stuff, like, at some point, but I'm probably not going to do anything relating to, like, TCG. I won't go out my way to actually do anything relating to it. Okay. We're definitely doing 250 encounters at least today. But we might do the extra 250 just so we could get to the 500 mark. No worries, Noah. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to make a new overlay for the shiny hunting aspect of this moving forward. I think. Gonna have the encounters in the top right or top left, one of the two. Might still even be in the, down at the bottom, but I want to make like a decent area for the text to be in. Would love a Sandshrew to deal with Surge. Obviously, I want Spearow. That's the main target, is we definitely want Spearow. What's my favorite Pokemon? It's Eevee. I wonder when Pokemon Home is going to be compatible with Fire Red Leaf Green. Favorite niche Pokemon? Define niche. Define niche. Because I would even say Eevee is probably niche. Eevee's popular, but I wouldn't say it's as popular as like Charizard and stuff. Niche, I would say something like something along the lines of like Wurmple or something. Like the early bug types or like the early route Pokemon like Pidgey and stuff. My favorite is Crustle, so do with that what you will. Crustle's semi-popular. There are people who love Crustle. But obviously it's not the most popular. Alright, if we're going for like, you know, like... If we're going off of like, you know, the least popular Pokemon, but like Pokemon we like, I would say Diglett. I really like Diglett. I really like Diglett. I really like Diglett. I really like Marill. I really like Flaffy more so than Mareep and Ampharos. Like, there's a lot. I really like Spearow as well. Like, I don't know if there's many people that actually like Spearow, but I love Spearow, especially its shiny. I love a Alolan Rattata over Kanto Rattata. But I do like my dark types a lot more than most, like, default types. Mareep line in general is just great. Like, if we do get like Pokemon like Gold, Silver, Crystal, like on Virtual Console for the Switch, I will most likely get Mareep like on my team. Because I like relying on the specific generation's Pokemon for my teams. So when Winds and Waves comes out, I'll be relying primarily on Generation 10 Pokemon for my team. And not have to worry about, you know, going for, like, Gen 1 Pokemon. Unless they have specific new forms. If we get, like, regional forms come back, like, to Generation 10, I'll definitely be running maybe 1 or 2 regional forms for my team. What's my team at the moment? It's Paris and Ivysaur. They are the only shinies I have currently. Because we're doing a shiny playthrough. Yeah, two grass types. Paris was random. So Paris ain't on the main team. It's just gonna really deal with Sabrina later. And it's on the team so I can spore wild Pokemon. So it makes it easier for me to catch them. So I don't have to worry about them struggling. So Paris is gonna be around for a while. But it's not on the main team. But I also like Paris. Like I like the Paris. I like Paris more so than Parasect, and I hope Paris gets a regional form. I think a regional Paris, like, would be awesome. Like one that doesn't involve it having to die to evolve into Parasect. But I genuinely think Paris deserves a regional form. Even if it wants to keep the bug typing, that's fine. Just don't make it bug grass. Make it a different typing. Make it pure grass and then it evolves into like bug dark or something. Bug grass is horrible. Yeah. Quad weak to fire. Quad weak to flying. 2 times weak to ice. Ugh. It's got so many type disadvantages. I would love Sandshrew. If I phase and don't get Spearow, I really want to get Sandshrew. I would love Sandshrew. I would love Sandshrew to replace like Marowak because I was thinking maybe I'll go Cubone, but I would love Sandslash better. I feel like if anything deserves a regional form moving forward, Ekans, Sandshrew, like the Ekans line, the Sandshrew line, they need. I feel like they would do really good. Sandslash is just like the shiny for Sandslash is a lot better. I love Alolan Marowak. I don't like normal Marowak. Plus, if we do get Spearow, I am going to most likely die to Spearow, so I have to be very, very cautious. Alolan Sandslash though. Yeah. I love Alolan Sandslash. I think that was my 3rd shiny I got in Sun and Moon. Up my emulation speed. It's not emulation, bruh. I'm on the Switch. It's not emulation. Another reason I won't speed up when I'm looking for shinies is that, you know, I might accidentally reset over it or, you know, run away from it because it's speed up. Fire Red Leaf Green's been on the Switch since 27th of February. So a good few months now. I'm hoping we get Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald soon. It's not free, no, it's not free. The Pokemon games will never be free. Unless you're finding ROMs of them, they'll never be free. I like paying for the Pokemon games because I could dump my own files on, so I don't have to worry. It's pretty easy to dump your saves. Still waiting for Pokemon Home to be compatible with Gen 1. Pokemon Home will be compatible, I think, after mobile gets champions. So sometime in July or August we'll most likely get it. I hope it don't take too long though. Found a Marill plush? Hell yeah. It was so big. Nice. But I'm broke. Duh. I relate to that. I relate to that. I'm broke until tonight. Star Fox comes out towards the end of this month, so I'll be playing a lot of Star Fox when that comes out. I've never played Star Fox, so I'm really excited to play it. Thank you for the follow, guys. I appreciate it. Almost 100 encounters in 30 minutes. Not bad. No worries, man. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again. Hello, Spiro. Can you turn gold at some point? That'd be nice. Like, before 4K would be nice. Like, I don't think we're gonna be running around that long, but if we phase, then yeah. Maybe I'll keep the encounter going even after we find the shiny, so we can, like, add up all the encounters together towards the end of the series. So we'll just add on the encounter over Bulbasaur's whenever we get the next shiny. And then, you know, we go back to 0 for the next shiny, and then we'll add on every single time. I think it'd be nice. It'd be nice to, like, see how low of odds we can actually get. Like, generally. But we'll see. If it's half hour per 100 encounters, like, it's roughly like 20 odd minutes per 100, so that's not bad. So within an hour, we should be at 300. Just below 2 hours, we should be at 500. How did I get the shiny? By resetting, man. By resetting, like saving in front of the starter, and then just resetting when it's, like, you know, not shiny. It took a while, but it didn't take too long. Sandshrew, you gonna be nice? Would love to have a shiny Sandshrew. Would love shiny Sandshrew. But if I don't get Sandshrew in this game, I'm 100% going for shiny Sandshrew and Let's Go Pikachu. Like, for live index purposes, I think I'll go for Sandshrew in Sword and Shield. I don't think it's in Scarlet and Violet, or it might be in Scarlet and Violet, but I don't think it's in ZA. I know Marowak and Cubone is in ZA. Trying to still complete my ZA shiny decks before probably the end of the year just so we can continue Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet's decks. I feel like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee might be really fun to actually do a full Live Index for. What's my favorite gym leader from Sword and Shield? Ooh. I think Nessa. I really like Nessa. Which is the water gym leader. You just beat Nessa today? Nice. I do like that they did version exclusive like gyms for like Sword and Shield. I feel like we should get that again for like, you know, like Generation 10 and stuff. It should be... Like, I feel like moving forward, it should just be one Pokemon game moving forward. Like, Winds and Waves should just be one game. But, you know, Pokemon always does well with their, like, version exclusives. So, I just feel like whenever we get, like, the Legends games moving forward, they need to incorporate the, like, the features for people that don't have, like, friends or online. So they can get all the Pokemon in one game. And I feel like the same thing should be in mainline game. Like, the mainline game should have the link cable for people who don't want to trade. Like, that can't trade or don't want to trade with, like, other people. Even if it costs a little bit to get the item in the game, it should be something people should be able to do. It should be optional. Same with the version exclusive Pokemon. I feel like if you... like, beat the game, at least, there should be a way to hunt the version exclusives, like the way Ultra Sun and Moon did it, where they had hyperspace. I feel like they should incorporate some way of getting the other version exclusives. Even if it's through events and people can breed them. I don't think people should be locked into either getting both copies all the time. Like, the only people that get both copies are people who collect the games, myself included, because I get both every single time. And I also get the physicals of the games. I think for next year, I'm 100% ordering, like, pre-ordering the double pack, like, for the physical. I normally don't, but it depends. If they confirm steelbook cases for Generation 10, that'd be nice. Because Gen 9 didn't have steelbook, but Generation 8 did. Hello, Spiro. Hello, Rattata. Might even be able to do 1,000 encounters. Not today, but we might be able to do 1,000 encounters depending how quickly we can get 500 done today. If it does only take roughly an hour and a half to do 500 encounters, then it's only going to be roughly 3 hours, just over 3 hours to do 1,000 every time, which I think would be fun. do 1,000 per encounter instead of doing 500. It's gonna be fun to go back to ZA next week, for sure. I think we're gonna do a lot of donut grinding on Saturday or Sunday this week. And then we are definitely gonna be going back to ZA properly next week. I don't have a Nidoran, Wallace, and you can't trade online. You can't trade online. Also, I have not come across one Nidoran, which I believe is a 1% in this, like this area. I might be wrong. But this is Route 4, and I have seen Nidoran in this route on Fire Red. Like, Nidoran would be a nice shiny to have. Just because it also helped with, Lieutenant Surge. I think Nidoran is only obtainable on Route 3 for LeafGreen. Route 3? That's not too bad. I don't have to worry about it. I just know that the higher percentage Pokemon here is Rattata and Spearow. And Spearow's got a 55% like encounter rate. I think Sandshrew is like 30%. So it's not too bad. I do need to catch, like, maybe Rattata or something on this route so I could do the Nugget Bridge glitch. So I can get a bunch of nuggets so I've got money for, like, potions and stuff later. And also a bunch of Pokeballs. Not bad. Not bad for encounters. Thank you, Roblox. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining stream and hope to see you again. Oh yeah, Mankey. Mankey's also here. I think you're the 10% or 5%. What's up, Ditto? Ditto! I feel like Pocopio has definitely made Ditto become way more popular than it originally was. Which is not bad. I love Pocopio. Pocopio is great. Pokemon Pocopio is awesome. Love that game. I want to start it fresh though. I generally do want to start it from fresh. Or at least continue where I was. Because I haven't played it since it released. I'm an OG Ditto, loved him since I saw him. I'm speaking Ditto. Yeah, you're fine. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been playing Pokemon? Like, when was your... what's your first Pokemon game you played? Don't have to cry. Don't have to be sad. I've been playing Pokemon since Emerald released. So just over 20 years. I've been seeing a lot of strategies people using Ditto for VGC battles now because of Imposter. Your first was Sun and Moon? Nice. What is it? Sun and Moon is coming up 10 years now? Like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is coming up 10 years soon as well. Like, it's gonna be... It's 8 years old this year, so 2 more years. 2 more years and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is 10 years. Like, we're getting so close to Sword and Shield being 10 years old. Played it when it was on the DS? Nice. Been playing since the Game Boy Advance. Specifically the SP, because that was my first Game Boy. But I prefer the normal Game Boy Advance. I don't like the SP. I don't like the fold-in SP. It's too small. So I'm getting a custom modded Game Boy Advance in like the next, like around my birthday is when I want to pick it up. So sometime around there. I want to get a custom made one specifically branded for like, you know, like either an Eevee branded one or something relating to like Rayquaza maybe. So I'm gonna buy custom shells, but I'm obviously gonna get a modded Game Boy first, and then replace the parts and replace the shell. So I'm getting a base version of a Game Boy, and then just redoing it. Hello, Rattata. We'll be live again on Friday. And then we'll be live again on Saturday. We won't be live tomorrow or Sunday. There's a few things I'm doing tomorrow, so I won't be live at all. But I will be live on Friday and Saturday. Might even do some champions on Saturday. We'll do some ZA, but we'll also jump into champions and do some champions. $12.24 shiny. Let's find out. We're going up to 1500 today. Should be there within the next hour. Gotta wait 2 days to change my name again. Fair. At least they let you do it every 7 days. Like, most platforms give you 30 days for you to change your name, or sometimes it's 6 months, depending on the platform you're on. TikTok is only 7 days, which ain't too bad. Spiller. Sandshrew, be the shiny that appears first. I don't mind waiting to get Spearow, but I would love to have Sandshrew first. If I get Spearow first, that's fine. I can hunt in the area and try and get Sandshrew again. Like, try and get, do Sandshrew after we're done with Misty. Because it will be hunting our next shiny after Misty if we get Spearow. So I would not mind getting myself a Sandshrew. The next couple of hunts is going to be soft resets anyway. Because we got Game Corner, which is going to be soft resets, but we can grab as many as we can because obviously we can use the money to get as much coins as possible so we can get a bunch of Abras over and over again and then do a reset after. But with Lapras, that's going to be full soft reset. And the rest of them are random encounters anyway. So only 2 more soft reset type hunts. What's my whole team gonna be? At the moment, I'm debating on changing it just slightly, but currently it is, it's going to be Venusaur, Fearow, Sandslash, Ninetales, Lapras, and Alakazam. All subject to change if I need to change them. So we will have a fire, grass, and water, like, water core. We will have the 3 main types. And then on top of that, we will have just, we will have ground, psychic, and normal flying. Just got done playing Fire Red or Leaf Green. This is Leaf Green, Jack. This is Leaf Green. I'm done with Fire Red. I've got 90% of the decks done. The remaining decks that I can't do is because we don't have access to Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. I'm most likely going to transfer a lot of those Pokemon over to Leaf Green because I'm going to start Fire Red again once I've got Shiny Deoxys. It'd be easier. I use an emulator so I can't trade, so I can never finish it. You can trade with yourself with emulator depending on the emulator you're using. You can trade with yourself. Another thing is if you wanted to transfer the Pokemon up, there is an emulator that lets you do that. Ah. There are a lot of YouTube videos, there are a lot of videos in general, and a lot of tutorials out there that can help. That's how I did it. It is really, like, the old games are very fun to play. Because I feel like if you complete the main 151 decks, at least for this game, they're going to give us, like, Shiny Mew as a reward. But if they give us Emerald, they're gonna unlock the Faraway Islands, so there's no point giving us, like, Mew. The old games are better than the new ones, I feel like. Depends on the games. I feel like Red, Blue, and Yellow obviously are the worst games because you've got Fire Red, Leaf Green. You also got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee that can be considered good, but they got the Go mechanic, so not many people want to play with the motion controls. Crystal's the superior version of Gold and Silver, but Heart Gold Soul Silver is the superior version of Johto. Platinum is the superior version of all of the generation, like Diamond Pearl games, even BDSP. And I think Oraz is the definitive version of Ruby Sapphire and a little bit of Emerald. I feel like my favorite ones is Emerald and Fire Red. I love Emerald. Emerald is my favorite. I feel like if Oraz had a lot more Emerald, like Pokemon Emerald elements into it, I think it definitely would be a top, like, probably my top 1 game. But Emerald still takes it. Like, my main top 3 games is Emerald, Platinum, and Oraz. Like a Mega Ruby. I got a physical copy of a Japanese Emerald that I'm probably going to play through and do the events. What's my time playing on this? Probably like, I'm close to like 80 hours, I think. I think I'm close to like 80 hours on the Switch. I have to check. I'll check when we get to 1250. Alright, let's have a look. What am I on? 65 hours, that's not bad. 65 hours is not bad. Like, 2 shinies in a span of 65 hours in the game, that's not bad. Most of it was because of, Bulbasaur. Just finished my playthrough at 30 hours. It only took so long because I took my time leveling. That's fair. The only reason it's taken this long as well is because shiny hunting takes a while. Like, you might get extremely lucky or you might get, like, extremely unlucky. So it might take a lot longer. Sevi Islands was easy. Just because I know what to do for the Sevi Islands. I just want Pokemon Emerald to come out for this because I would love to go through the Battle Frontier again and so forth. I tried doing shiny hunting before and I gave up after 20 hours. That's fair. Shiny hunting is not for everyone. It definitely requires a lot of like a lot of patience. How are you running so fast? I'm new to the game. You get running shoes after the first gym. You do not have the patience, that's fair. Once you beat Brock, you gain access to the running shoes if you go to the far left to continue your journey. Oh my goodness, I bet you were happy getting those. Pretty much. I don't like the old games where you're just walking. Like, it's definitely better with how like Black and White did it, because Black and White you have to walk a lot further because you gotta get past the first main town. You gotta beat N, and then you get the running shoes from your mother. I'm looking for Spearow. That's my target. My target is Spearow. But I'll be happy if I get Sandshrew. Because I can continue and go for Spearow. I don't mind phasing. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. Feels so weird to see someone else trying to hunt on Route 4. It's the only route to get Spearow early game, and I would love to get Spearow before, you know, the second gym. Because my next shiny ain't going to be for a while anyway. It's going to be... what is it? Surge? Surge is next, and I want Sandshrew, so... After Sandshrew, the next shiny on my team won't be for a long while. Because I've got Lapras I need to go for. I have Vulpix, which will probably be the one I get before Lapras. Because Vulpix before fighting Erica. Can I play modded Pokemon games on my Nintendo DSi for a long period without me losing the save files? You should be able to, yeah. There's no limit to how long you can play the games, just make sure you save the games. Most of the new games obviously have autosave now, but from generation 1 to 7 does not have autosave. So it's recommended you save the game after a while, so you know, your battery don't die or anything like that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. $19.99 shiny Spearow. If you're thinking that won't happen till probably Friday, because we'll get to 2K on Friday. I would love to get a shiny on 1998 though. Or 1898. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. How long did it take me to get Bulbasaur? 6,116 encounters. Like Sofri says. Still below odds, so I think it was... I think I got really lucky on that. I have the patience to do it, so I don't mind sitting here for like hours on end. I've been shiny hunting since X and Y came out. Didn't you say someone got a shiny on like 20k? Yeah. Someone joined the stream before I got Bulbasaur, and someone got it after 20k. I only do shiny hunting in Pokemon Go because it's a lot easier. If you want to find like if you want games that make shiny hunting easy, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is pretty good, and also Pokemon Legends ZA is pretty good. If you want easy shinies. Like, if you want an easier time and don't have to worry about, like, hunting for too long. Like, mainline-wise, those are probably the best games. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee's pretty good as well, but they can be very time-consuming. You're welcome. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. We're on the road to 1,500 followers. It's like 200 and something to go. I think it's like 260 to go, give or take. Jack, I got Bulbasaur in 6,116 soft resets. It was under odds, but it still took a while. Still took a bit. Because it was like... 1,000 encounters took 8 hours, so... You know, we did a good amount of like 40 hours or something like that. But these encounters should be a lot quicker to get through. I'm looking for a shiny Spearow. That's the goal currently. I'll be happy to take a shiny Sandshrew because I would love that for Lieutenant Surge. But primarily we are after shiny Spearow before we can continue with the next gym. I think Vulpix has Roar, so I gotta really be cautious with Vulpix. But the bright side is I can get False Swipe for Paris. Like, try and get False Swipe for Paris. Even though Paris is weak to Vulpix, it's fine. It's mainly got Parish just to use Spore and then weaken it with a different Pokemon. But I'm trying to get Sleep Powder on I have a stun spore or sleep powder I'm trying to get on Ivysaur right now. So I feel like that'd be better. $13.24. That's just 100 more than the last one you said. I really need to get myself Staryu just so I can encounter a lot more frequently because of an Illuminate. I always pick something ending in 24. Fair. How you doing, Jay? Bro said I want to be a girl trainer. And? Got a problem with that? Most games, the female protagonists have better cosmetics. Wow. I don't, but, you know, say what you want. You're all good, man. You're all good. What's up, Austin? I don't remember the last time you actually were in stream, man. You have no clue. It was definitely sometime before I went to Japan. So it was within the within like a month, pretty much. I'm trying to go for Shiny Spearow. That's the goal. The goal is Shiny Spearow. This is Pokemon LeafGreen. Yeah, I went to Japan. I got back on Monday. Well, Tuesday. Because time zones. Keep an eye out on the on my profile, and there'd be some videos like from Japan that'd be posted. Hello, Serpent. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Time zones, you say? Yeah. Japan's 8 hours ahead of me, so when I got back, like when I got back home from Japan, it was like, what was it? Like late in the afternoon on a Tuesday for Japan, like very much in the evening. I think it was like 11 o'clock for Japan, and it was like 3 p.m. for me. I'm not in America now. I'm in Europe, yeah. Yeah, you know where I am. I'm in the UK, yeah. I think during the summer we are going to do some Pokemon pack openings, for sure. I'm in England, yeah. Hey, let's go, Serpent. You're all good, Serpent. You're all good. Bright side of having, like, you know, viewers on the same kind of time zone is that it's just easier to manage, you know, streams better in that case. Technically it's not summer till halfway through June. June ain't even the beginning of summer. It's like middle of June, like 14th, 15th is when, like, when summer actually properly starts. But yeah, you could say it's summer because we had a heat wave last week. It weren't too bad. I actually think Japan was a lot hotter, but, you know, maybe I was just used to the heat. I am not accepting it because summer doesn't actually start till like 14th, 15th. It's doom and gloom in the UK. UK don't really have summer until July, August. Beast Quester 38. I think I remember that name, Serpent. You're in the UK? Then you should know that our summer does not start until like midway through June. We just got unlucky and got a heat wave in May, because May ain't summer, and early June isn't summer either. You didn't recognize my accent? My accent's all over the place, man. May isn't summer, hot take. May is never summer, it's still spring. May is spring. June is best month. I'm gonna agree with you there, because I don't like August, I don't like July. Because I feel like the heat gets worse. It gets worse every year, like during, like around July or August time. Even when it's summer, 90% is rainy. Yes, yes. Also depends where you are, because I feel like Scotland gets the worst of the heat. They also get the worst of, like, winter as well when it snows. Totally not biased because it's my birthday. Fair. But my birthday's in August. Hot take, but says cold take. Scotland is just stereotypical UK. I don't know. I don't think it is. Except they get snow. Yeah, like, if you go to the very north, like, north side of Scotland, you're going to get, like, you're gonna get really good snow. Like, the south never gets snow. Sometimes Wales might get snow, but the south never gets it. Scotland is just better, hotter summer and snow. I don't like the heat. I really like... I like like middle ground. I like it where it's, you know, you've got sun, but it's more like you've got a breeze to the sun, so it's not just humid all the time. I do like a little bit of sun, but I like it when it's, you know, nice and cool out. I don't like it when it's very, like, humid and hot. My skin doesn't do well in the heat. Your birthday's in April, Serpent? Oh, happy belated birthday. It's been a couple months. What's my favorite Pokemon? Eevee. I love Eevee. Sandshrew was one of my favorite Pokemon when I was younger. I like Sandshrew. I like Sandshrew a lot. Nothing beats Eevee for me, but I do like Sandshrew. I am hunting for Spearow. That is my target. Like, a shiny Spearow is my target. I'll be happy to take Sandshrew because it helped with Lieutenant Surge, but the main target is Spearow. So if I phase, I want Sandshrew. Eevee is just overrated in your opinion. Really? I feel like Eevee doesn't get as much love as it's supposed to do, and it's the second mascot for Pokemon. This is shiny only playthrough, yeah. Imagine not loving your favorite Pokemon. Exactly. Eevee is also the mascot of the channel, so I've got new artwork being made at the moment for all the socials, and Eevee is going to be a big part of like the banners and stuff like that. You don't get the hype? That's fair. It's just for the Pokemon Company to have two mascots. Yes, Pikachu is its main mascot, but Eevee is its second mascot. Eevee should get a little bit more. I think Eevee's better than most of its evolutions, generally. The only evolution I like is Umbreon. I do like Sylveon as well, like shiny Sylveon, but Umbreon's the superior evolution in my opinion. Oh no, Eevee is superior to every single evolution. If you've played around with Eevee, Eevee can do massive damage and stuff like that. Eevee is really good. Pop an Eviolite on Eevee. Eevee tanky as hell. My least favorite? I think least favorite would be like Shed Ninja and stuff like that. I don't like the Ninjask line. Like the Nincada line. You can't say if you play around with Eevee. Battle with Eevee, man. If you're taking it out of context, you got the worst mind in all of humanity. Shed Ninja has a cool concept, but a really bad, like, if it weren't for its ability, it'd be dead in an instant. And even with its ability, you know how to counter it. Flying, fire. Like, Shed Ninja is cool in concept, but Wonder Guard without it just makes it way worse. And I think its typing also doesn't help. If you gave it a different typing and then gave it Wonder Guard, oh, it could be busted. Like, any Pokemon with Wonder Guard could realistically be way worse than what Shed Ninja is. The ability is cool concept, yeah. I also like the concept of when Nincada evolves, if you have a empty slot in your party when it evolves into Ninjask, you get Shed Ninja. So you can get 2 shinies if you evolve a shiny Nincada, which I think is a really cool thing. Or if I get shiny Rattata, I just have to continue until I get Spearow. So if I phase, I just continue. Say that again. Oh, what, the Nincada thing? Like, if you get a shiny Nincada, and then evolve it with an empty slot, you get shiny Ninjask and also a shiny Shed Ninja, which I think is a cool concept. I don't think we've had another Pokemon that evolves from an empty slot on your party. They're doing a shiny only run on Sword and Shield. Nice. My favorite is Espeon. My least favorite is either Jolteon or Flareon. I've grown to love Jolteon a lot more than Flareon. They just ruined a lot of the shiny evolutions. Like shiny Espeon, I do not like Espeon shiny. I love Vaporeon shiny. I love Umbreon shiny. And I do like Sylveon shiny, but I think the blue should have been a different color. No worries, man. Jolteon's butt looks like Zapdos, and I don't like Zapdos because it looks like paper. Zapdos looks like paper? What do you mean? I think out of the birds, I like Articuno the most out of all of the birds. When it comes to the Galarian birds, I think I like Galarian Moltres a lot more. What's up, Mark? Galarian birds were a really good thing, and there was rumors going around during Scarlet and Violet that we were gonna get regional forms for the legendary beasts, which we did, but they're Paradox. So it was another way of doing the regional forms, but they did Paradox forms instead. So I feel like if they were to do regional forms, the next ones would be Latios and Latias, right? Eevee needs one more evolution. I feel like Eevee just needs an evolution of each type, but I feel like Eevee will eventually get another evolution, even if that's just 1 or 2 for the next game, because we already have concept art of a Steel type evolution and a Dragon type evolution. Like early concept art. Because Sword and Shield was meant to get a Steel and Dragon evolution. We know the Steel one was finished in production, but they just never put it in the game, so it was cut content. So I feel like if they do bring back an evolution, they definitely either do Flying, like they either create a Flying type for Winds and Waves, or they bring back the Steel typing. If you get a shiny in the next 5 encounters, name it after me. Alright, starting now, yeah. Sure thing, Freddy. Starting now, yeah. So when we get to 1378. Or 1380. 1380. Once we get there. Hello, Rattata.
I don't know why I went when the rank was off. But now Jungle plays 8.
$79. What's up, Dark Plant? I think they would prop do Flying type as there are barely any pure Flying types. A lot of people just say that the normal Flying type Pokemon are just Flying type. Because why would you give them normal typing? Like, why? Why would you give them normal typing just to make it worse? Like for, you know, like fighting types. Hello, Spiro. Arcanine isn't normal fire. No, Arcanine's fire, though. Like, just pure fire. We're talking about, like, flying types. There's no pure flying types. there has to be like a second typing for the flying types. Like most flying types, you've got like still flying, you've got you've got normal flying like for Rookedy, and then it evolves into normal flying, and then it turns into still flying. You've got fire flying when Fletchling evolves from normal flying into fire flying. But there's not a lot of pure flying types. There's only a select amount. Like Flamigo, for instance. Flamigo's fighting flying. Pulled another Bubble Mew. Nice. I'm going to be opening a lot of Pokemon cards during September. Because we got the 30th anniversary Pokemon cards coming out. So they're re-releasing like, you know, like base set Charizard, base set Pikachu. And I feel like for collection reasons, that would be a set that people should get into. Like, because you don't have to worry about paying a lot of money to try and get the older sets. There's a couple Eevee cards that are coming to the 30th anniversary, and I've got to collect those.
I got 60 LP from that!
I reckon the ability is completely fair. Oh, what, for Shed Ninja? Nah, nah. You have X and Y packs? Nice. I wanted to get back into the Scarlet and Violet packs, but they're way too expensive. So I think I'm going to sell my master set of, like, my binder of base set Scarlet and Violet. Because I could get some really, like, decent money out of that. Because I tried to complete the set. I think the only cards I'm really missing from the set is probably like maybe another gold card and a couple SIRs. But apart from that, like the binder is pretty much done, like for the base like 1 to 80 something cards or whatever. I could always order the cards as well to actually get it done. You injured your ankle today? Oof. Hope you're alright. That's not a legendary. Nah. What Ultra Beast would you say looks like the looks the strongest? Which Ultra Beast looks the strongest? Well, if you want to count Segaleo Lunala, because they're technically Ultra Beasts. Because they're not, you know, they're not classified as legendary. They evolve from like Cosmog and Cosmolem, which are, you know, I would honestly say Segaleo, but most people will say Lunala, like Lunala. But I love Lunala's shiny, don't like Lunala generally. And then I love Dawn Wings. Like, I think Dawn Wings is better than Dusk Wings, or whatever the other one is called. Or Duskmane, I think. With Z-Moves returning for Champions, we are finally going to have a shiny Ultra Necrozma, which is awesome. I wonder what Guzzlord would look like if Ditto transformed into Guzzlord. Pretty much the same. Unless we're speaking, like, anime Ditto, then it would have the Ditto eyes. I feel like that's what Ditto should do moving forward, though, is, you know... Yeah. I feel like moving forward, like any Ditto you catch and you use it to transform and stuff, should have the Ditto thing. Which is kind of cool. Hello, Sandshrew. We're going to do another 100 encounters so we can get to 1,500. Spiro. You have a whole tube of Biscoff. Nice. Just pulled an eyelash out. Ew. If Pokemon was real, what do you think would be the most OP Pokemon, not including legendaries? Torkoal. Torkoal and Macargo. They would literally cause massive volcanoes everywhere. Their heat would literally just kill the earth. Even Pikachu itself would probably do massive damage to the world. Camerumpt would also be a problem. Like, Mega Camerumpt would be a problem. I don't think Camerumpt itself would be a problem. It'd be hot, yes. But I don't think Camerumpt itself would be a problem. Because the thing with the Pokemon world, it adapted to, like, the environment with humans and stuff. Megas would be a massive problem. Just any Mega generally would be a problem. Mega Rayquaza, Primal Groudon and Kyogre would cause issues. Primal Giratina, Dialga Palkia would be issues. Arceus itself would be an issue unless it's managed to balance everything. Because it is the Pokemon God. You love to have a Feraligatr? I don't think Feraligatr would be that problematic. But it would be in the water. So don't go in the water on your own.
Enemy invaded us.
Obviously, Pokemon would obey the trainers, and they would probably respect a lot of, like, people generally if they're left alone. But it'd definitely be like a Legends Arceus situation, is that I doubt Pokemon would be that freely to just, you know, do anything. They would definitely kill you on the spot, though. For sure. Snorlax would just sleep in the middle of the road. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Detective Pikachu kind of did it justice on like how the Pokemon would work in the real world. I think Detective Pikachu proved it. Like, proved it could work. Machamp would be just, you know... Machamp would just be useful for, like, moving stuff around. I named my Arceus in Shining Pearl Sprinkles. Ah, I named mine Cusco, because I have a shiny one from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl that I hunted. But I want to hunt in BDSP and have a more modern day, like Arceus and Darkrai. Problem is, you can't do bad dreams or anything like that. Like, you can't skill swap the ability. Is that an Emperor's New Groove restaurant? Yes. Yes, it is. Remember Torterra and Detective Pikachu? Yeah. It was on, like... Well, Torterra's got a tree on its back. I would assume Torterra would be huge, like, generally. Just because, you know, it's basically an island on its back. And then it has Pokemon that live on it, like, on its back. Like, it's got, like, Cricketarts and stuff like that. Because it lives in the trees. So you would have, like, Burmese and stuff chilling on a Torterra. Bro, they did Torterra dirty in the anime. In what way? Just in, like, the battles in general, or did they do it dirty in other ways? What about that Pokemon in Alola? Oh, in battles? Yeah. It's because most of the love went to Infernape for, like, the anime. Ultra Beast would be problematic if they cross over to our reality. That would be problematic. The Tapus are just the deities, so they would protect Alola generally. Oh, I love Infernape. Infernape's probably my favorite Sinnoh starter. I don't like it shiny. They ruined a lot of the shinies in Generation 4. Oh, you like Piplup? Piplup's cool. I don't know what starter I want to go for like BDSP. I definitely want to do a shiny only BDSP run. But I just don't know what starter I want to go for. I think I'll also do that in my own time, just so it's not the same thing I'm doing for like Fire Red Leaf Green. Took me 2 years to beat BDSP. Damn. I beat it in 1 day. Like, my Shining Pearl was beaten, like, I think either on the day or the day after. Because I know Cynthia weren't beaten, like, I didn't beat Cynthia first attempt. I think it was, like, second or third attempt. Cynthia was annoying. That mammoth Pokemon that Dawn had, I liked for no reason. I love Mamoswine. Mamoswine is awesome. It is nice that they give evolutions to certain Pokemon, like in the later games. Like, Generation 4 gave a lot of evolutions to, like, Gen 2, 3 Pokemon that needed evolutions. Like, Gligar, for instance, in Gen 2 got an evolution in Gen 4 with Gliscor. Sneasel got an evolution into Weavile. Tangela from Gen 1 got Tangrowth. And Rhydon to Rhyperior. I mainly do Pokemon, yes. There will be times I will switch over and do a different game, like, at some point. Like, if especially maybe on my birthday, if I'm not doing anything special with Pokemon, I'll be doing, like, a mix of games for, like, my birthday, like, week kind of thing. Or maybe the day before my birthday we'll do that, because I'm still debating if I want to do something big with Pokemon, like do a Sleep Block or something. Why does Sinnoh have so little fire types? I think Game Freak literally forgot they had fire types, and they just added, like, you know, Ponyta. Hey, Sneaky, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. What would if Eternatus came to Earth? We would be dead. We would all die. The darkest day would happen, but worse. We don't have the technology to beat, like, you know, to beat it. If the Pokemon world, like, did exist, I doubt we would have every single Pokemon to begin with. I would think it would be slow to begin with, and then, you know, because obviously not everyone wants every single Pokemon to be available. That would suck. Like, it would generally suck if we had every single Pokemon available, like in real life. Now, if I woke up into the Pokemon world, I think I'd be more than happy. Like, isekai me into Pokemon, and I think I'd be fine. Live out my days in the Pokemon world, you know. What Pokemon would be most helpful? It'd definitely be Machamp, because Machamp's useful for a lot of things. Like, if we've seen from, like, Emerald and stuff and the anime, they're mainly used for, like, construction stuff. A Psychic Pokemon. Psychic Pokemon could also help with, like, stuff as well. Hey, sup, thank you for the follow. If Pokemon was real, some Pokemon would just be destructive. Well, Voltorb and Electrode would be problematic just because they explode everywhere. Can Arceus beat Dynamax Eternatus? Probably. He's got the plates, so probably. He could just switch the plates whenever. Legends Arceus proved that Arceus could actually be a problem. Is it a legend or mythical? Eternatus? Eternatus is considered legendary. It's considered out of this world legendary, but it's like it's in our space. Like Eternatus is in our space, so it's classified as a legendary. Whereas Ultra Beasts, because they're from a different reality, like a different universe itself, they're considered Ultra Beasts. But they're still classified as legendaries because they have the same stats as legendaries. I'm just curious if they would introduce new Ultra Beasts for like Sun and Moon's remake in the future, or if they would just introduce it in a later time when Ultra Beasts come back. Maybe they could introduce a few new Ultra Beasts. Finally downloaded a game on my PS5 that I got for Christmas. I'm excited for September because I'll be playing Wolverine. Wolverine's gonna be, like, very fun. Is there any Pokemon Mewtwo can't beat? Mewtwo can't beat anything that's Ghost or... Well, it could probably beat Ghost, just because it can learn a lot of moves. But Dark, it's weak to Dark. Like, Necrozma beats Mewtwo. Like, basic Pokemon like Umbreon also beats it. Bug-type Pokemon like Volcarona beats it. Like, legendaries aren't unstoppable, but they're also not, like, stupidly OP. They're not supposed to, anyway. I just got a shiny Rattata last night in this same spot after, like, 15,000 encounters. I hope I don't get Rattata, because I don't want to phase. If I phase, I want Sandshrew. Oh, you're trying to get Sandshrew? I'm trying to get Spearow. That's my goal, but Sandshrew, I would not mind Sandshrew. Oh, you're on phase 2? Oof. What's your, downloaded Hogwarts Legacy? Nice! Hey, good luck to you, Zach. What's your theory about Giovanni being Ash's dad? I don't know. I don't know if they would ever do that in the anime, unless they want to actually do that as a movie thing. Maybe. But I don't like that theory, because in the games... Giovanni is Silver's dad, which is the rival in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I just think Ash's dad is just not relevant. Like, they teased in I Choose You that we were gonna eventually see Ash's father, but nah. If anything, he should have appeared during the last championship and done stuff, but it is what it is. It's Mr. Mime, believe me. He was transformed. Hey, if we're going off the logic what Mewtwo can actually do to you in, like, Detective Pikachu, possibly. Mr. Mime could, possibly. Sneaky, did they meet? Did Ash and his dad actually meet in the anime? Because I've watched it through, and the only thing that was ever said, at least in I Choose You, was a conversation and that he just missed his dad when he arrived in town to see his mother. Like, I don't know if there was ever anything, you know, said about it. Oh, no, Giovanni and Ash? Oh, yeah, nothing was said. Yeah. Like, Giovanni and Ash have met on multiple occasions, yeah. So if Giovanni was his dad, you know, there would have been something. Like, because Ash is supposed to know his father. Like, even though his father, like, left when he was young, he knows what he looks like. He would have known if Giovanni was his dad. A shiny's a shiny. You just don't want to get it again because you don't want to dupe it. Like, you don't want to have another one. Like, another one would be fine for Raticate, but you don't want to get any more than the recommended amount. I would love Sandshrew if I do phase. But if I don't phase, I would love to just get Spearow. As far as Ash's actual dad, Ash's mom said he was coming to meet him, but couldn't. Yeah. In the I Choose You movie, yeah. Like, I do think whoever Ash's dad is, he's busy. It's similar to the Deku situation in My Hero, is that you know, he's a busy dad and just doesn't have time. It's a Norman situation. I feel like it would be the game's equivalent to like a Norman situation, is that he's out there doing stuff, but Ash can't see him.
That's the third pick.
Bro, to get Pikachu, I faced 3 times for Magnemite. Oof. Get a shiny Metapod leveling up to 100. No. I don't need Metapod. In one of the movies, Ash said he was supportive. Yeah. So whatever his dad is doing, he's either busy, like he's either away from Kanto, or he's somewhere else. And the reason they can't meet is because Ash is already doing his own thing, at least in Kanto's perspective. And by the time he leaves Kanto, maybe his dad has come home once or twice, like to see his mother. I hope they do something with him though, because we've at least seen both of the new protagonists' parents. We've seen Liko's parents, and we've seen Roy's like grandparents. I think we've seen Roy's dad. But it would be nice to see Ash's dad, even if they don't want to do an actual episode of him showing up. At least give us like artwork of him or something, because they were gonna do it. There was some way they were gonna do it. Hey, what's up, dog plant? Welcome to the YouTube side. $29 encounters to go. Isn't that the same guy who catches shiny Rayquaza? Yes. Roy catches shiny Rayquaza, yeah.
They can't get on the bus. Well, they can't. I guess they can't get on the bus.
I need to get an SD card for my Switch at some point this year. Some point this year, I need to get an SD card for my Switch. I want to scream, but my parents are up. That.
Oh my god!
I feel like Ash is gonna have some role in Horizons. I feel like he might return for like Generation 10. I feel like Ash is gonna return. Like Horizons has done well anime wise, but I think in terms of like the Western audience, like outside of Japan, I feel like Pokemon has done a lot lower in their viewerships compared to like when Ash was when Ash was like in control, like when Ash was the protagonist. I feel like he might return for Generation 10 because apparently we are going to have Liko onwards, but I don't know. If they were going to do Ash, I want him to do an older version of Ash. I want him to do an older one. I don't want him to be like the same 11-year-old and he's connected to Horizons. I don't want him doing that. If he's connected to Horizons, I want him to be older. At least like maybe like in his adult years, like 18 years old or higher. Really, Dark? You don't like Horizons? I love Horizons. I don't like the dub of Horizons. I love the sub of Horizons. I think the dub like botched it. I think the dub actually ruined Horizons for me.
Block for me.
What could he do though? Like, if he joins back in Generation 10, I hope he's a gym leader. Honestly, like, make him become the champion of Generation 10. Make him be the champion, because he is world champion. Make him be the champion of the new region. My question is, how is there a shiny Zygarde? Well, there was always a shiny Zygarde in the anime. Like, in X and Y, they showed a shiny Zygarde. They also showed a base, like a normal version of Zygarde as well. We know the Pokemon anime can just do whatever they want to do instead of doing the one logic of Legendary. He rides Arceus with Mega Evolution Pikachu. Well, if you want to talk Mega Evolution for Pikachu, technically the Raichu Megas are Pikachu. The reason Pikachu doesn't get a Mega is because there's no point. Pikachu's stats are pretty bad. Like, giving it a Mega wouldn't justify it. Because you have to give it 100 in all stats. But I'm very excited to use Mega Raichu Y for Pokemon Champions at the end of the month. Or 16th, I think it is. Because it's got no guard. So I think it's going to be, like, pretty threatening. I am Pikachu Professor. Light Ball is amazing. Light Ball is amazing, but you can't carry a Light Ball and Mega Evolve. Because Mega Evolution is a held item, same with the Light Ball. So it'd be impossible to do. It's not out the possibility they can do a Mega for like Eevee and Pikachu. Like, they're the mascots. They're always gonna get some form, like some sort of new, like, clothing or form. In XYZ, one of the Zygardes had a blue dot, and the other Zygarde had a pink dot. Yeah. One controlled the shiny one, one controlled the normal one. I think they just want to separate which one was which, that's why. I remember the Zygarde Barney named Squishy. Yeah. I feel like I would name my shiny one Squishy just as a reference to that. But I think Zygarde needs a really good name just because, you know, shiny Zygarde generally is really nice. Like, Toothpaste is a nice name for Zygarde just because of the colors it is. Mint is also a nice name. I would probably call it Mint. Barney had a legendary without even knowing. Yeah, exactly. I pulled an illustration rare of a Pokemon I hate. Ah.
Garen.
Quaxley? See, I'm not the biggest... I love Quaxley, but I don't like his evolutions. Like, Quaxwell's kind of cool, but Quaquaval's, eh.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, three more. Three more random encounters. For Coco solos. I love Sprigatito more, just because I'm a cat person. I love cats. Love Sprigatito. I think I'm only missing one more shiny Quaxley to evolve it into Quaxwell, and then I'm done with the Gen 9 starters. Nah, for Coco better.
Fuck.
Agree to disagree. Like, I like for Coco, but I love Sprigatito better. Alright, last encounter for stream. Last encounter for stream. And it's a Mankey! It's not a shiny Mankey, but it's a Mankey! I'm collecting an illustration rare for every Pokemon. Nice! I'm watching someone actually do that. Alright, we're now on 8 hours on our game. Florigato is cool. I love Meowscarada. I love Meowscarada to death. Like, Magician Cat? Yes. Yes, please. Love that. But yeah, I'm gonna end here. I will be back on Friday so we could get to 2,000 encounters for, like, Route 4. And then once we're done with that, starting next week, I think Monday or Tuesday, we'll come back to this and we'll start doing 1,000 encounters per stream moving forward. You're in the way, Cat. Get away. Get away. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I do like I do like Porygon, yeah. But I'm gonna end here. If you guys want to follow, I'll be back on Friday. I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, guys.